Welcome back, everybody, to the San Diego Surf Expansion MyLeague series on NBA 2k19. We're getting into a brand new season today. We're going to have opening night. But before we get to that, I want to recap the offseason that I actually live streamed earlier this week. I didn't do a traditional offseason episode because I wanted your help. And I got a lot of it in the stream, and I think we have a very good team this year going into year 5. So I'm going to recap it today, but there is a timestamp on screen if you want to skip ahead past the offseason into basically the beginning of the new year. But I really want to take this team somewhere, and despite adding Neil Hope, we only got 5 more victories last year than the year prior. Now, I didn't expect to have a first-round pick this year. I thought I had traded them all away. But then I found out I still had this 76ers pick. I'm not sure if there was a protection on it or what exactly happened, but I ended up having the number 5 pick when I expected to have no pick, so that's pretty good. The issue, though, is that I scouted like I had no first-round pick, and mainly scouted players ranked between 30 and 50 for our second-round slot. So I knew that despite having a valuable pick, I didn't really have the best way of using it, so we went to the trade market. And there were some very good offers for this selection. Kevin Love and Evan Fournier would give us a couple players to try to build a team around for a year. We could acquire Jaylen Brown. Some of these players just had really bad contracts and they wouldn't be great moves for us. Most of these players were on one-year deals. I really was tempted to take this deal for Willie Cauley-Stein, and had I not been streaming, I might have taken it. But there was this offer for Jamal Murray, and once I saw this, I thought this was going to be the way we would go. We'd add a true point guard to the team, move KC to shooting guard, and we could make a deal. But the chat convinced me not to make a deal there and to wait until the draft. And that brought us to the staff signing stage, and this took a long time. It's not that interesting. I offered to some big name coaches like Greg Popovich. Ultimately, I did fill out the roster, the staff, after a while, and I gave the chat a little control here when it came to getting our head coach. We had Jacob Underwood for the first 4 years of the series. He has good ratings, but we hadn't won, so I decided to offer to new coaches, and I let the chat in a poll decide who was going to be the head coach. And they decided on Dwight Howard, the former NBA star center, who actually had some really good skills for defense, negotiating, and a lot of the front office work. He just doesn't have the best offensive rating, apparently. But Dwight Howard is indeed the new head coach of the San Diego Surf. And now we're on to the draft. I did look at the top players in this class. Leo Grace was the consensus number 1, but went number 3 overall. And this was overall a weak class with nobody on the level of Neil Hope. So revisiting the trade offers once again, this caught everybody's attention. Jarrett Allen from the Nets. Now, with Jonas Valanciunas being a free agent, I needed a new center. This could immediately fill that need. Allen is really talented. He'd offer the best defensive presence we've had there in the series. There was also the package of Pascal Siakam and Serge Ibaka. That was tempting. Many in the chat wanted me to trade for Bam Adebayo. The Jamal Murray deal, though, was no longer being offered. I thought that Jamal Murray would be a great addition, but when I tried to put him into the trade finder, all of a sudden the Nuggets wanted Neil Hope instead. I didn't want to make that deal. So I again let the chat have some control, and they decided on Jarrett Allen. And I like that move to fill that need at center with a really talented player who's young, and we could potentially sign him long-term next season. So after that, we picked our only selection at 44 overall. I only had a handful of players, 100% scouted, and decided to take a chance here. 19-year-old center Alain Gerbeau, hope I'm saying that correctly, will still be playing for 2 years in Europe and won't be eligible to come to the Surf for a while, but I felt with his upside, he was worth the selection. That takes us to the beginning of free agency, and we pick up the options for all these players: Rodney Kane, Jamal Cole, Wenley Lamb, and Lyle Murray. I gave the qualifying offers to Casey Daniels and Alexi Edwin. There was much debate over whether Daniels was worth a long-term extension, even with the bird rights allowing us to go over the cap. The chat had a lot of interest in adding Kemba Walker, as point guard was a big topic of conversation. I knew I had to add a guard to this team, potentially two if we didn't keep Casey. Jonas Valanciunas will not be returning, so we renounced the rights to sign him to open up as much cap space as possible. Also renounced the rights on a number of other players to see how much space I could potentially create. Overall, I was comfortable re-signing a lot of role players once we got past the main free agent period. Ultimately, I created about $30 million in cap space, and that's with Jared Allen already on the roster, so we had the room to make a signing and potentially sign Daniels to a deal. We ended up having mainly needs at guard, while I felt good about our forwards and centers. The big thing here was, would we keep Casey Daniels? Some wanted Kemba Walker, but there was no way I was going to make a deal to top either one of these 4 years and near $120 million. Remember last year, Colin Sexton, I signed him and then waived him and had all that dead money. Well, he's a free agent again, still fits the team, and he's not as expensive as Kemba Walker. Plus, he's younger, just 24 years old. There was also Julian Sparks on the open market, being just one of the top players in our league that had a lot of interest, although it would kind of make things more complicated having Neil Hope, Rodney Kane, and some other forwards. So I really didn't have interest in offering to Sparks right away. Then for Casey Daniels, just taking a look at what we could do, I really went back and forth on a lot of stuff here and took my time, hence the recap. But ultimately, I did give a deal to Julian Sparks, and he had agreed to it. The issue, though, is that he's a restricted free agent, and I was sure that Suns were just going to match the offer. They had already offered him even more. So I ended up declining that. He went to the Suns, and we did get Colin Sexton on a 2-year deal, and I kept us from renouncing the rights on Casey Daniels. Had I decided to stay agreed with Sparks, I probably would have lost Daniels in the process. So we continue on trying to sign Lonnie Walker again, basically fixing what I messed up a year ago, only Walker's gotten more expensive and I wouldn't have the room for him, Sexton, and Daniels. The Timberwolves, though, did give Casey Daniels a 4-year offer, so it was finally decision time. 4 years, $105 million. Not too much, actually. And I was happy to match that deal and keep Casey with the Surf. He's from our first ever draft class, and he's still going to be playing here in a Surf uniform. That, of course, takes us over the salary cap and just introduces a whole bunch of confusion here for me, used to NFL salary cap rules. Some wanted the sign and trade of Casey Daniels. Can't do that until December 15th, which I don't intend on doing. And then I signed a couple more players. I believe the mid-level exception allowed us to get Dylan Brooks, a pretty good guard who will come off the bench. And I filled out the rest of the roster with some solid role players as well. We do end up keeping Alexi Edwin on the qualifying offer of $2.5 million. And here's a look at our progression. We have a very young team and many players are continuing to get better. There was some really good development here for Rodney Kane, got a couple points for Neil Hope as well. Casey Daniels is still getting better and we hope that we still see his best play in the future with this new 4-year contract. I'm also really excited about Jamal Cole. We saw a little bit of him toward the end of the season. He got a 3-point boost. Does have some good defensive skills as well. That helps him stand out from other players on our team. Alexi Edwin gets a couple points. One player who did go down, though, was Jonah Bolden, who may be exiting his prime already at age 27. I did take a look at some players on other teams and saw just how powerful that G League development can be, as many players got boosts here in the teens. We end up going to the training camps and focus just on untapped potential. And I did get a really good trainer, so now I can do this 3 times. We upgrade Neil Hope, Jamal Cole, along with last year's 2nd round pick, Wenley Lamb. Overall, the stream was a ton of fun. It was a successful offseason, and now I believe the Surf can be labeled contenders. I think the Surf are ready for opening night against the Indiana Pacers. Thank you for all your help in the offseason, by the way. It was fun to stream it like that. and I really had a good time. And I just realized, look at our ridiculous first month schedule. We have exactly 4 home games and 9 road games. So I really wonder how the beginning of this season is going to go. I see we have an early-ish Wizards matchup against Frederick Wilcox, who got a brand new deal with them. So we could visit that potentially next episode. Anyway, here's a look at the staff. I believe it's pretty much brand new with Dwight Howard named the head coach. We currently have 2 first-round picks for the upcoming draft, so I will be scouting the first-round prospects a lot more. And here's a look at what we're going to do this year with the starting lineup. And you'll notice that Rodney Kane is not here. And that's because I think that with all these good scoring options, we should have somebody come off the bench to lead that unit. And I want to see Rodney Kane now become kind of the 6th man of the Surf. I think that Neil Hope is going to obviously have a lot of the offense run through him. We have KC and Colin Sexton, 2 guys that can shoot. So we're going to give Jamal Cole some minutes here with the starting lineup. He will play less minutes than Rodney Kane, but I think this balances our scorers a lot better. And Cole does have some scoring ability as well. These minutes will be useful for him, but I think that having a more dominant scorer in the second team is a lot more useful. And Kane's very, very good, but he'll be able to take a lot more shots coming off the bench. We have Dylan Brooks, who will also play alongside him and probably play some point guard. And I did want to actually list Casey at shooting guard from now on, as that's what he will play. And I don't know, it might help his overall or something. There we go. Casey Daniels now in year number 5 with a brand new contract that we hope he can live up to successfully. We do get 2 years of Colin Sexton. We have Jared Allen until the end of this year, and maybe we're able to re-sign him. We'll have to see. But I know that as far as day 1 of a season, I don't think we've ever had a roster with this much promise. I think this team can be the one that finally gets us to the postseason. And all that's left is to take the floor and find out. I remember playing this team a year ago. I think we lost because we lost most of the games that I played. But it's a team that looks very familiar. And I'm hoping that we can start competing and beating teams like this on a more regular basis. It's a brand new year, everybody. Last year we won only 35 games and just 30 the year prior. Now, Neil Hope has a year of experience. We have 2 new difference makers in the starting lineup. And perhaps Jamal Cole can surprise us as well. There's a reason that half the league has already put out a trade offer for him. And let's get underway. The Pacers will open with the ball, and I'll get a chance to play with Colin Sexton after waiving him. He's here after all a year later. Bruce Henderson, by the way, the number 1 pick. The Pacers deciding not to take. Oh, wow. Kicked out to Turner beyond the arc, and here we go. But the Pacers decided to take Bruce Henderson instead of Neil Hope. And that led to us being in position to select Neil Hope, of course. And it's Jamal Cole scoring our first points on the season. Nice layup near the basket. I'll have to get used to this new look lineup. 3 players that are starting that weren't at this time a year ago. And then the second team should be a lot of fun, at least having Rodney Kane there. I'm sure I'll have the offense run through Casey a little bit still, but that won't be the top priority. Obviously, Neil Hope is going to get much of the attention. There we go. Got him to jump up, and there he bites on the fake. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to be a little smarter when I'm down around the paint. That actually worked out perfectly for us. So 2 for 2 on our possession so far. And now feeding Sabonis. Okay, I shouldn't play off-ball D like that. Ran this play last possession. I see what we're doing here. Cole in the corner. No. I know he's not a good 3-point shooter. I've just gotten that to work a couple times. There must be a reason they're always leaving him open beyond the arc as the Pacers take the lead. I'm not sure if that's a thing that happens, if they will leave players open that they don't think are a threat to score from a certain spot. So, Sexton behind the back, lost it. Oh, I wanted to pass it off to Hope, but we'll take a reach. Hope double teamed and gets around it, making it look way too easy out there. I saw that there must have been an ability that negated posterizer. I don't really know if that just meant he wasn't going to dunk over somebody or what. That's kind of strange. And a 3 is hit. Pacers can't miss. Come on, I'm trying to enjoy this start on offense I'm putting together. Oh, KC. No, I wanted to take a shot. How about Hope? Turnaround jumper. No. Oh, but the board. Oh, come on. Reaching when I have a player wide open for a three-pointer. That should be a technical foul. All right, low on time. Over to Cole. And, oh, that's a shot clock violation. Are we sure that's not out of bounds on them? Overall, having some fun with the offense. Just need to get a couple stops on defense now. Here's Henderson. And they're going to work it outside to Rudolph Williams. I know this team had a really good day scoring against us in the previous matchup. That was a nice move by Sabonis, but we'll take the ball. I also remember, though, in that meeting, we never saw Bruce Henderson for some reason. So, I don't know what to expect from his skill set besides pretty good scoring ability. It's Cole under the basket. I wonder how the simulating is going to handle this team as well. I feel like it'll do better than a lot of our past teams. Another 3. Come on. What's this team shooting right now? I know both teams have to be shooting all right. Here's Allen. I should have passed out of that one, and he almost made it anyway. Oh, good feed. Oladipo slams it home. 3 and a dunk in quick succession. Now Williams is going to take the open look. Thankfully, a miss for Indiana. Now, can we do anything in transition? How about Hope? Slam it with the foul. 2 early fouls on Miles Turner. And Hope. Nope. Not even in year 5 can I complete a free throw. Here's Henderson now, up 4. Oh, Williams. I thought he was going to take that. Over to Oladipo. Not too impressed when it comes to our defense, sadly. Here's Cole. It's a deep 2 with a perfect release, and he hits again. 6 for Jamal Cole. Uh-oh. Oladipo hits another 3. This team, if you leave them open, they're going to make you pay. All right, this Indiana team is a lot better than I had expected. Sexton now. Quick shot, and that goes in for a 3. He got open again off the screen and does not miss it. I don't know what we're doing wrong here or what I can change to make that not happen so often. Oh, stripped, trying to run down the middle of the court. Look out for Oladipo. Hope we cover him this time. Henderson for Williams. 9-point game. This is tough. They're shooting 70% right now, it said at last glance. Casey. Oh, come on. I thought he had it right there. I'm not sure if there's a defensive setting I can toggle that'll help us out, but they're just destroying us on these screens. That's intercepted by Hope. Thank you. And we're going to have to slow things down now. How about Hope? A little mid-range action there. Can't get that to go. Still a 9-point game. And Oladipo will make it double digits. So that'll start to bring in some backups then. An 11-point game. I know the offense hasn't, been outstanding or anything, but really it's the defense that's been the issue here. Obviously, they'll have to cool off at some point on the three-point attempts, but even without that, I think we're not doing a very good job. Jonah Bolden's in the game now. Trying to get around, and that gets blocked. Good play by Johnson. Less than 4 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Oladipo on fire. Now being defended by Dylan Brooks. And he's got another one! Screen for Kane. Open, it's Sexton now, and no, but Brooks is there with the aggressive rebound and the second chance basket. We're going low to Alexi Edwin now. And there we go. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just not committing to the shot until I think I have a good like leverage advantage there and it's not going to get blocked. So 28-19. Edwin defending Johnson. He'll give it out to Watson with time running low. Screen, switch. This is good defense here. I don't know what changed exactly, but that was quality defensive basketball. Oh, he lost it. He's about to pass that one up. Williams for Watson. Oh, he missed it. Let's go, Alexi. Will they get in his path? Apparently they can slow him down. A little turnaround action for Rodney Kane. He can hit those mid-range shots. I should take more of those. That's Sexton again pulling up. Oh, Edwin crashing the boards. We've done that really well. I'm not sure if that's a new setting with our scheme change or coaching change with Dwight Howard, but I love how we're aggressively attacking these misses. Cantor. Nope. Edwin grabs the board, his third already. And now Brooks. Gonna have to slow it down again. How about Edwin? He's gonna take the two. No, not this time. Oladipo's blocked. Let's go. Bolden got a hand on it. Got the numbers now. And 3 for Brooks. Let's go. We've cut it to 4. This is the power of this year's second unit. We have a lot more offensive firepower to help out the offense if they get into a jam. Oladipo got past Brooks and hits with 7.4 remaining. All right, can I get off one more quality shot? Here, Edwin, you take it. Wait a minute. That's gonna get blocked. Okay, that didn't work out, but I at least helped us recover a little bit after they couldn't miss. So we'll do some simulating now. I hope it doesn't get too out of hand, as we are keeping it close midway through the second. Pacers still in front though. They haven't given up this lead, and now they've extended it to double digits, sadly. And now they're looking at about a 20-point advantage. Although it's kind of going back and forth a bit, so I do want to jump in. If it's going to get out of hand, I at least want to play. And couldn't cut that one off. So we'll see if we get a quick stop, as that shot will not go. Now trying to pick up the pace. Got Brooks. Got Hope. Ooh, I shouldn't have taken that. Normally I'm ready to slow down the offense there. Uh-oh. Watson. He's got an awkward shot, but it's a very quick release. Hope has 9. Might need him to have some higher scoring outputs to fix games like this. Trying to get past Rudolph Williams here. And so far, a little inconsistent. And the turnaround jumper won't fall. Trying to cut off Williams now. And shooting over Kane. No. There we go. Got to get them being over-aggressive sometimes. And Kane blocked right to Oladipo. I was hoping I'd draw a foul there. There were so many defenders. That's blocked. Got it right back. All right, can we capitalize now? Kane again. Yes. Allen versus Cantor. Need that good down-low presence, and that's exactly why we traded for him. Great stuff. And now Hope, an open look, and it's a 10-point contest. Watson versus Sexton, not gaining much ground here, using a lot of time, and now he'll give it up. Should be able to force a bad shot attempt now. Uh-oh. He had him open. Oladipo keeping the whole way, and Cantor! Oh, what a slam! Thought I had it there. Turns out I did not. Neil Hope to Allen, and wide open. It's Colin Sexton nailing the three, and we're down to a 9-point game. In the Surf debut, 17 points so far for Colin Sexton. How about that ball movement as we work our way to Jarrett Allen, and he gets another layup. Now we're shooting better than them in this half as we try to close the gap. Oladipo blows by Brooks and answers right back. We've got to slow him down somehow. We're going down low with the clock running out. Allen with the left hand. Good shot. I'm figuring some stuff out down there as we try to make a game out of this. So far, so good in the third quarter, though. We were down 14 at a point. I guess still, you know, just a couple shots from being down 14 again. Watson, nope. And now the other way. Down to Kane. And double team. Pass it up, pass it up. Nope, Sexton's going to get blocked. Yeah, we're in some trouble here now. Sexton pulls up quickly. And Allen, second chance, draws the foul. 78 rating on the free throw. That's not bad. Can I go 2 for 2? Nope. Every time. Allen's still heating up, though. That's good news. Henderson feeds Watson, and he will miss again. 8-point game now. And back the other way. Slam it over the top. Jarrett Allen. We've trimmed the lead to only 6. Less than 3 to go now in the third quarter. Henderson out to Williams. Defense has stepped up in a big way, but they don't seem to be trying the same stuff they had success with earlier. Feeding Johnson, he missed it. Had the alley-oop right there. Somehow comes up empty. And now Kane! No! I hesitated there for just a moment, but he was still left open. That's knocked away. Another turnover for Indiana. And Rodney Kane slams it. 4-point game. They're starting to get a little careless, and we're taking advantage of it. We got a close game now. Watson pulls up. Brooks was too slow, and I think we just gave them the ball. I'm going to guard the inbounder more in these situations. Sabonis! Wow. Drew the foul in about 0.4 seconds. Casey Daniels back on the floor now after the 2 for 2 from Sabonis. And Brooks, he's going to fail to lay this one up and in. 90 to 84. Come on, get in position. Williams pulls up. Nope. Casey now. Oh, clear path with the foul. Let's go. Casey, come on. I can't get the 3-point play or the 2 for 2. Watson now able to answer immediately. Casey finding Cole. How about a little mid-range? Not this time. A little over a minute to go now in the third. Watson again pulls up and knocks it down. Casey now. Wow. He's going to pull up and hit a buzzer beater at least. Okay, I'll take the 2 there. 95-88 going into the fourth. Fourth quarter underway, and Turner's going to take the turnaround jumper right in front of Alexi Edwin. So a 9-point game. Fair amount of backups on the floor right now, but we pretty much always have one of our better scorers on the floor at any given moment. And no, didn't seem like that was a good time to do that. How about we use Alexi and then Casey? Let's go. Casey, by the way, 7 for 7. He has not missed. I should take more of those mid-range shots, too, if they're there at least. Henderson, nice cut. Got a screen now. Casey free again. 8 for 8 on the day. Trying to cut off Sabonis here. And Turner draws the contact from Edwin. Got him to jump again. Oh, come on. That still ended up being a heavy contest? I thought that was a decent idea there. Well, that's something I've been working on this episode. I've had some success with. And now a good pass to Young and yet another foul. We've got to get our starters back out here as soon as possible. Miles Turner once again. I don't think Alexi's up for this matchup. I'm hoping that I can just do manually a substitution. I just don't know if everybody's fully ready yet. Didn't think the deep 3 there was the best plan with Brooks. Maybe he could handle it, though. Here's a 3. Dylan Brooks answers. Watson for Henderson. And, oh, got it to Turner. Another great pass. How about that? I don't know exactly if that was like a good plan, but got Turner to reach out for that pass, and that cost him. Really trying to keep this close for our starters, who should be well rested here at one of the next stoppages. Who's going to cover Sabonis? There we go. Cole out there, time running low. Turner, not this time. Ooh, Cole! Oh, got the foul at least. Didn't get a great shot attempt off. Cole is an 83 overall free throw shooter. Maybe I can finally get a 2 for 2 right here. He has 12 points on the night. And the starters are beginning to return. Colin Sexton, Neil Hope, and another basket, as we could really use Jarrett Allen back in this game. Sexton, too easy, and the foul on top of it. Perfect release, and it's a 6-point game. Jarrett Allen is back in, and here we go for the home stretch. If I need to, maybe we bring Kane back in. Not sure that'll be required. Do hope that Neil Hope can run a lot of the offense now, as the 3 is buried by Oladipo. I know that's one area where they've definitely had the upper hand. We're not relying on the 3 as much. We're still been pretty efficient, but overall, wow. Oh, how'd they keep that one? And Turner draws another foul. Pretty good offensive night for a lot of our stars, but it won't mean much if we can't get the win. Let's go down. Jarrett Allen. And under the basket, Cole gets the foul, and that's going in. There we go, another 3-point play. 15 for Jamal Cole in a real starting debut. He's probably started some games for injury, but this is going to be his role now. Under 7 to go. Turner guarded, and now Oladipo finds a wide open Williams. I don't know why we are double teaming so much. That's probably a setting I can work on, but I really don't like how often we're collapsing down. I don't think it's helping anything. I don't know if there are many situations today where I've seen a double team that like made the difference for us. Here's Sexton with a short shot that will not go in. Almost losing it here. Uh-oh. Don't want that double team to ruin it again. Come on. Like, everybody's getting confused about who to cover, and then ultimately we give up these wide open lanes. It's happened time and time again just today. Gonna need some help to get back in this one. Henderson. Why? Wow, I can't believe I blocked that. But, like, we're switching. And then the CPU control players just don't care. And they want to go back to their original matchup. I don't know. Maybe there's a setting you can help me with. In the corner. Oh, it's Cole. And he hit the 3 again. I didn't realize it was his F 3-point shooting there until he had shot it. But he hits the biggest shot perhaps in his young career. And now Oladipo guarded by Daniels. Can the Surf actually stay in this thing? Here's Turner. Not going to switch. And, oh man, Miles Turner. He and Oladipo have ruined this. And then there's Watson, who has at least 20. Up top, Allen. Casey will take a tough 3, but not on that shot. Up to Oladipo now. Driving on Casey, gives it out to Henderson. Looks like we regroup defensively, and that gets blocked. Still an 11-point game, and Cole, no. In the corner, a missed 3, and here we go again. 4 left to play. Neil Hope will draw some contact. I do feel like I haven't given Hope a lot of chances on offense, but I still look at today's downfall being basically the defense. I think once I check the numbers, it'll show that we shot a pretty good percentage. I haven't taken a lot of bad 3s. There have been some bad shots under and near the basket. I can work on cleaning some of those up. But I feel like I'm playing a lot more efficiently on offense. Oladipo now. He's going to pass it out for Turner, and he'll come up empty. 10-point game now, 3.5 left. Colin Sexton going to get it out to Hope. Here's Hope creating some room, and Allen has to get the board and get the second chance points. See, I'm just not sure if we're supposed to switch now because it's like they keep changing the rules on me and what they want to do. Looks like Hope isn't even on the floor any longer. So, Casey, we've got to make something happen quick or this is going to be another opening night defeat for the Surf. Daniels going to take a tough 3 and not hit it. We didn't have a lot of time on that shot clock. All right, can we get stops? I'm not confident we can. Good ball movement here by the Pacers. Oh my, that's the dagger right there. Opening night will go in the books as a loss. A lot of this game was really fun on the offensive end, but this was as frustrating as it's ever been defensively. And maybe there are a couple settings I can work on. But they hit a lot of shots, and on the pick and roll, we look completely lost. So, once we fix that, maybe we'll have a chance. Colin Sexton ended up leading us in points with 23, hitting 6 of his 3-point shots. We lost by double digits, and overall, I felt we shot really well from deep. Casey, a negative 31. I guess our starters just got completely destroyed. For the Pacers, Oladipo was magnificent. Miles Turner couldn't defend him. O.J. Watson hit a ton of shots. I gotta see these team stats though. Like, how bad was it? They hardly shot a better percentage and we beat them at 3. Wow. They had 16 more points in the paint. I don't know, I thought we'd see they shot much better than us. I guess they shot more than us and a little bit better, so that helps create some of the difference. So the season does not open how we hoped it would, but there were some good things to take away there, especially on offense. But I just felt like when I was playing, the defense was horrible. So let me know if there's something that I should be doing or what exactly I can do to improve upon this episode. But I'm hoping that we can still make this a great season, and next episode we'll definitely get a lot more progress. We'll go through probably the next couple weeks. Maybe I'll play this Wizards game. It depends what our record is. I'll see how we start out and then go from there and find a game worth playing. But that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Please leave your feedback below. Smash that like button if you're enjoying the series, and subscribe to the channel with much more on the way. Have a great day, everybody.